Hello, hello, this is Pauline from Pauline Art Stuff, and we are back for a completed pages video for the month of August 2025. I colored a lot this month, and this is my coloring journal. It's a Archer and Olive bullet journal. Really pretty, edges are like shiny. It has an elastic to close it off. And something for a pencil holder or something, but I don't use it like that. I only use it for keeping track of what I color. This is what I finished coloring, and these were like what I did each day, just like for my own. And these were my buddies. I had this many buddies. I had one with Color Create with Jana, one with Fungus Love Color, and these also were all with Fungus. And then the last one was with my sister. But she only worked on page 7, I believe, and she did not finish hers. Let me give me a little bit more light because we're a bit low on light today. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you it. So those were my buddies, they're all done, and then these were like my plans that I added in, and I did some. As you can see, I did multiple pages in multiple books. We're just gonna start. So I'm gonna put this to the side. And we're going to start. We're going to start with my Disney mystery book. So if you do not want to see what is in here, skip to this timestamp so that you don't have any spoilers. Okay, over there. That's a reminder for myself. Okay, let's start. Let me see, I've written them all down. I did one page back. Page number 13, which was a buddy, which was this one, Hades. That was a buddy with Fungus Love Color on Instagram. And I will put hers here. As you can see, it's the same character but a different page because she owns different books than I do. And we do color alongs where we do the same character. So we decided on Hades because I was still doing the Disneyland Tour Challenge for like the beginning of August. So I picked 2 villains and a nice one to end off with. But I think she only did the villains and she didn't get around to Snow White. So that's the first one. Then we did the Evil Queen from Snow White. Let me see, which is this one for me. And I will put hers here. Also the Evil Queen. So yeah, we are slowly working through our own books, but by picking the character instead of like just the movie or something. And that works really well because I got a lot of pages with the same characters. So that's how we keep working in them. And then we picked one more, but she did not color Snow White. So that one is just for me, which is this one. As you can see, not many colors on this one. I really like it. I love Snow White. I like her bright colors. I really like this scene with the little bird. And then those were the buddies that we planned, but she didn't finish her Snow White. She did the Evil Queen and Hades because she wasn't feeling too well this month and still not feeling too well. But let's hope she will do better soon. Then I did a few more in this book. Let me see, number 17. So then I went back to the beginning, fill in the gaps that I missed. I did this one, The Great Mouse Detective, I believe it's called. Yeah, I liked the result of the mouse, not so much the background, because you can really see the strokes of my pencil paint marker. So I did that one, and I also did Jiminy Cricket. That one turned out really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. So I did that one on my own. And then I did the next one, page number 19. So I work in order when I'm on my own. So I did this one. And if I'm coloring my buddy, I just jump to the page that she mostly wants. We usually pick them together. But when I'm on my own, I just start from beginning till end in these books. And then I did number 22, which is this one. It is apple. I like it. I like it a lot. I colored this with also my Tule art, I think. Yeah, these are also Tule art. I think this month I used my Toolie Arts for everything. And then I did this one. That was the last one for this month. From Raya and the Last Dragon. I really like these colors. So nice and soft. Yeah, really pretty. So yeah, I did a lot of pages. I did 3, 4, 5 plus 3 bodies is 8. I did 8 pages in this book this month. So yeah, for the people that just came back because they skipped, we're now gonna start with everything else. So that's my mystery book that I worked in for this month. I didn't work in my other Disney mystery book, so that's okay. Then I'm first gonna show you something different than a coloring book. This is my Stitchy journal, which is now full because I used it for the last month, which is August. I did not fill it in yet because I'm still missing my last 3-4 days that I still have to fill in, and then I can make my total amount of stitches. So I've got no idea how many stitches I did, but I always make like a Disney drawing, and then I make spaces where I can fill in the amount of stitches that I did on certain projects, and each color is a different project, same as I did over here. So that's how I do it. And this month I chose Esmeralda. I just chose it quite simple, you know, like let me take this away. And I decided to make one with the little glass pieces in the bell tower from Quasimodo. But her face is a bit botched. I don't like her mouth. Yeah, I messed up. But it still looks okay. Good enough, you know. It's not supposed to be a masterpiece. It's just that I've got something nice to look at when I'm doing my stats. But yeah, this is the end of this journal. So next month I will start a new one for my stitching. This one was from Bailey J. And my new one, I will show you, is an Archie and Olive. It's this one. It's a bit of a grayish pink. It's a really weird glitter in it. And also it feels really like slick. I don't know how to describe it. But also the sides are like shiny. So yeah, that's the one I'm going to use for next month. So that's my Stitchy journal. Then I got my sketchbook. So if you don't want to see my own art, you can skip to this timestamp, because I'm going to show you my sketches for this month. So if you don't want to see it, you can skip to this, so it will continue with the coloring books that I worked in. And otherwise, I'm going to show you my sketches for the month. Let me see where I started. I think somewhere around here, yeah. Yeah, because these were my swatches from the pencils that I bought. And then I started the month here on the 3rd of August. Like, I want to sketch in my sketchbook more. But every time I don't do it because I want to color. Because, yeah, that's just enjoyable. And that's the first instinct that I've got. Take a coloring book, done. Because this takes more energy to sketch my own stuff. So I did this on the 3rd of August. It's supposed to be like a room with a table with chairs, one big one on the end. And I wanted something behind it. So here I made stairs with a window. And then I did another one with a round stairs on both sides. And that's supposed to be cats that's sitting on them. But I didn't sketch them. Then I made some ideas for curtains for the glass windows that are in the back. And a chandelier. So yeah, there are a lot of ideas. So this is another one, but then I had some kind of fireplace behind him with like these kind of windows, but they should be bigger because it's out of proportion. And then I made a straight staircase, but I don't know if I want a staircase or not. And I did some paintings on the wall. I don't know. So that's what I did, just to see what I liked and what I didn't like. I really like this curtain, so probably it will be something similar to this. And then the same day I also did these, so you can see that I made a bigger one for the background and one with the cat. And like this composition. So I don't like this with 2 separate windows. I think it should be one long window like these. I do like the picture frame behind him, and I also like that the chandelier is then on top, so it becomes really high. But I don't think I want the library part that I might like. That's not what I wanted. Then I made some sketches of the cats themselves, but I was experimenting what I liked and what I didn't like. So these all have outfits. So as you can see, some have faces, some don't, you know. So yeah, if I put like a marking down, I like the outfit, for instance. And if I do a question mark, like, maybe I can better make it like a Siamese, or maybe this is a nice pose, you see? And for this one, I didn't know if I wanted the mouse with the ball. So I did a question mark. This one I hated, so it's a cross. Same with this one, didn't like it. And that's how I usually do it. So then the next weekend, the 10th of August, is that? Yeah. I did some chairs, as you can see. So I marked which my sister liked, because I've got my preferences, but she has them as well. So I usually ask her, what do you like? So I made like several chandeliers, because I also made some here. And this one, that one, that one, that one. I really like this one and that one. And she said, why don't you take this part from that and then stick on the bottom part from that one underneath? And I was like, yeah, I like that. So later in the sketchbook I did that, but as you can see, I made more realistic drawings of cats on this one. I didn't like it. I like the outfit though, but I don't like the more realistic ones. So then I did more realistic cats, or at least a little bit more realistic. And yeah, let's just say I don't want them to be too realistic. I like the cartoony style more. That's what I came up with, like, after doing this, the second weekend of August. And then the third weekend of August, I went back to sketching facial expressions. As you can see, a lot of facial expressions. And I think I was on a roll, because I made this lovely one and that one. So if I like them, I usually call it the back behind the sketch. You can see this one my sister liked, but I did not. See, this is marked off. I like that one, but I decided that for the main kitty that's like on the end of the table, I've got a different sketch earlier on that I liked more. And these were little mice that I drew, and a lot more over here. And over there, and with the trumpet, and I also did some other characters, as you can see. So yeah, all the ones with the color behind it I liked, and the other ones I'm not really a fan of. So that's how I separate what I like and what I don't like. And then the next weekend, I decided to make an overview of the cats that I wanted. So this was the main cat that I was talking about. It was my original idea in 2023. From an Inktober drawing that I did. So as you can see, I put back my favorites on the page. So the mouses that I liked. This one I had a bit of trouble with. As you can see, I first had him taller, then I made him shorter, and then I was like, yeah, I want that face on this cat. But yeah, I messed up, as you can see, but that's okay. And I'm not convinced about the outfit either. But I do like the facial expression with the cup, like yuck. And then I made this little fella with the same cat that I like the outfit of, but this time I placed a head that I really liked from a different sketch. But I on my sketch it was looking to that side, so I switched it around horizontally. And I like this one, but it has a different head than what I had on the previous sketch. And that little girl I really like, but I gave her a mouse instead of a bear. Then I've got my Siamese. That's supposed to be a big Siamese cat. That's my cat Dracula, as you can see. That's my favorite. That's what started this whole idea. And then I made some more over here. So that's the one I like the pose of. So I made him even more happy. I really like it, like with the little finger. And then I've got this one, but I gave her an outfit. She will be looking at those mice at the chandelier. But yeah, they're hanging on the different spots. And this one should be a bit lower, and that one should be a bit higher. And then I made another one that was like a sketch from earlier, from I think also 2 years ago, that I made. And this one was also for 2 years ago, but I gave them outfits, both of them. So I thought, let's keep it simple. And I really like the hairstyle on this one. So yeah, as you can see, I made a 1B and a 1A. So I think these ones are gonna bring their slice of whatever it is to that one, which I really like. So yeah, that was the last one that I did for this month. And next month I'm gonna make, I wanna make the line work for this art piece. So that's what's on the planning for next month. But I will tell you much more about that next month. Okay, so I've got an extra clip because I totally forgot to show you my other sketchbook. It's this Argent Olive bullet journal, which is A4 size. It's really nice, nicely decorated. And I bought this not too long ago, and this is gonna be my new finished pages sketchbook. As you can see, I started at the beginning of August. I only made one drawing. Like, as you can see, I'm using alcohol markers. So this is the page that I made on the 4th of August. This is one of my original drawings, of which I also made some sketches in my other sketchbook. Let's see. Yeah, you can see some of the drawings here from the duckies, and these were like when I was trying out the pose. That was the sketch, as you can see. So you can see that I drew a lot of them, and this is how it turned out. So yeah, that's what I missed. I totally forgot to show you this one. So yeah, that's also something I did this month. So I really want to do more of my original pieces. So I've decided that I just at least spend like one of my weekend days in either one of my sketchbook, whether it's this big one or my smaller one or my really sketchy sketchbook. Yeah, so that's why I totally forgot about this one, because this one is always separate from the other one that are over there. So yeah, that's what I want to add for this. So back to the video. So that was my sketchbook, which took a long time. So for the people that just joined back in, we're now finally gonna show you the rest of the coloring books. Multiple. This one, actually, I call it at the end of July. So I already showed you it, but now my buddy also finished her pages, because we did multiple. We did these two. So she finally did hers as well. But yeah, I put a lot of other stuff on it because I was testing my pencils. But she also did hers. So I will put hers on screen over here. She made it like nice and simple. She didn't do all the extras that I did on the sides. But yeah, just nice and simple. That was the idea. I just did too much. So that was the first one. And then the page that we actually wanted to do was this double page map page. As you can see, mine is really colorful because it was still a test for me. I tested out all my new pencils. But she did it completely different. She made it like really orangey tones, and her roofs are red. I really like her roofs. Mine are like multiple colors, while her are all red. I do like that. I really like it. But yeah, they're completely different, but I like both of them. So I wanted to show you hers as well, just in case you didn't see it yet, because I don't think she even started last time when I finished it. So that was our buddy in Erie, the Land of Lormia. Then I've got two bookmarks that I colored, which are these two. But this one, the paper just didn't want to take any pencil, so I used my marker, but even that was ugly. So, but as you can see, I cut them so I can put them in my book, so I can use them as flags for if I finish something in my Clara book. This one took the marker a lot better, so I like the look of this one. But as you can see, I cut it as well, so I can use it for flagging if I finish something. So I will keep them separate for my Clara books. So let's put them there. Then I had another buddy with my sister, I think. Yes, this was the buddy with my sister. Let's first show that one. We decided to color this page together. But yeah, knowing me, I can't leave this one uncolored. So I did both of them. As you can see, this is her Instagram handle. But she doesn't post her coloring pages there. She only posts her cross stitch. That's why it's called cross stitch. So in case you want to see what she makes, you can follow her. But she doesn't show her coloring. So yeah, I really like the stamps on mine. But she didn't color this one. She only colored this side, but she didn't finish it because she was just bored. She doesn't like pages like this. So she stopped. Well, I think she left it roughly down like this part. So she did everything on the top. So I will put it in here to the right of mine. So here. As you can see, I use all the bright colors. And she uses mostly muted colors. And that's the difference between her and me. I like the bright and vibrant. She likes the muted and soft and a bit vintage. That's what I would call it, vintage, but really nice. I really like hers as well. So that was my buddy with my sister. and I'm gonna do another one next month. There was one of the pages that I flagged for the space temper. I did another page in this book, which is this one, but I only did the right page because I already did the other two as well. So I didn't feel like doing the left one on this, but I still need to do that one at some point. But yeah, these are the pages that I do not like. So that's good. If I did something I like, I can go back to either one of this. But yeah, this was again me testing out the pencils that I bought. So I finished this one off. But I really like the fish, and I like this one. I also like the contrast on this. And that one with the lion. I really like how that came out. Everything else is just a bit meh. Especially this one. I don't like it. I don't like the look of that pencil. Don't know which one that was, but I don't like it. I think Luminance. Looking at the texture, I don't like it. So yeah, that's all I did in this lovely book. The Bear and the Wonderful Town by Nakao Chiwaka. It's one of the Tokumeku series. So that was my buddy with my sister. Then I had another buddy with Color and Create with Jana. But I told myself, because it's a double page spread and she was worried that she might not finish in time or late in the month, I chose a different page to color. I actually wanted to do more than just this one. So I chose this one, but I also chose 2 more wallpaper pages, but I only colored one. So this was not our buddy. This is like the one that I did first to keep myself busy. And again, it was a test page for my new pencils, but I did add some greens in to make it a bit more coherent, because otherwise I can't use them. I also want to use them on this page, these colors. So that's why I added in some other colors as well. So yeah, that's the one I did on my own. And then like after a week or something went by, I finally started on our buddy page, which is this double page spread. And as you can see, I used the entire rainbow. Yeah, that's what I like to do if I don't know what I exactly want. I knew I wanted pink and turquoise. That's all I knew. And I knew that I did the owl like on a previous page like this, and I did the bunny like that, and those birds. So I just copy pasted what I did before. And the same with the bear and the squirrel. Look at him. Oh, so cute. So yeah, that's what I did on my page. And then I just spread out all the colors that I used all over the page. So it's really busy, but I love it. I love it. It's so nice. Like those pink birds, I love it. But yeah, my buddy, she picked also pink and turquoise, but hers is a lot more relaxed and more balanced. Mine is like a circus, and then you can see hers on screen. It's like, it's pretty, but it's more calmed down, you know. Mine is like boom, like explosion of colors, and hers is like, yeah, that's how you should do it. But I just wanted every color in the rainbow. But I really love it. I love how it turned out, and she finished with a week spare in the month, so that was good as well, because I expected like maybe in the last 3 days maybe to get something, but she actually finished with like 7 days still left in the month. So I was really proud, my buddy. So thank you, Jana, for coloring this double page spread with me, because I loved it. I enjoyed it so much, and it was really difficult to wait to start it. So yeah, I did my best. So yeah, that's my buddy page with Color and Create with Jana, the Polar Bear Adventure Cruise. And then I had another buddy. We've got 2 more, I think, or 3 books. Yes, 3 more books with buddies. I did a buddy in this one with Fungus Love Color on Instagram, and we done this double page spread. Yeah, this month is the month of double page spreads for me. So we did this one, this side, and that side. So it's really big, as you can tell. It's a big book. But yeah, as you can see, I used a lot of pinks, because that's my favorite color to use. And I made my mouses gray and a pinkish tone, which I really like. And then I will put my buddies over here. As you can see, she used a lot of turquoise, but she also used like a salmon pink on the carpet, which I really like. But her mouses, they just pop out of the page. Then mine blend in with the surrounding almost. And she uses blushes on those little mousies as well, and on the mama mouse. And I really like the flower in the little girl that brings the flowers to her papa. I love it. Completely different, but I love it. I love both of them. So yeah, thank you for buddying with me on this one, Fungus Love Color. I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, that's that one. That's Secret Invitation. Then we had another buddy, Fungus Love Color and I, in the book Mythographic Labyrinth by Joseph Kattenbang. And we picked this one, the apple page. And this is mine. As you can see, I got a color palette that I used. I wanted some pink and green. That's all I knew. And then I was like, I saw a picture in which there were yellow birds with brown and then really dark branches with a dark background that had lights in them. So that's why I made these circles in the back. So there's some kind of lights in the back. I really like it. I like how it turned out. She is really popping out of the page. And even these two little birds, they don't really pop out, but you can still see them. Because before I didn't even see them at all. I also like how my apple came out. I love it. With a little bit of red on the edges. Yeah. So my buddy did this, which is like the complete opposite of me. That is like all the colors of the rainbow, like I did with my other buddy. All I can do is just laugh. And I think like, oh, that must have been so much fun. She even used glitter. Like, yes, I love it. But yeah, she was like, yeah, I don't know what I did. I don't like it. And yeah, blah, blah. But did you enjoy it? Yes, I did. Good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And it's a page done. So yeah, even if you're not happy with the result, as long as you enjoyed making it, it's all good. So that was our buddy in Labyrinth. I really enjoyed doing that. But I also had some trouble with this one because I first had it differently and I didn't like it. So, and then I've got my group buddy. This is a group buddy color on Instagram with some lovely ladies. Started by Amy Ward Art on YouTube. And we pick like a page from this book for every month. But for next month, it is a double page spread. So then we take 2 months. So for this month, I believe it was this one. Yeah, this one. This one was for last month, for the August. Yes, August. So this one was picked. As you can see, I used a lot of pastel tones. I really like it. Nice and soft, but still vibrant. Like, look at all these details. I did that with a paintbrush. Look at that. Like, how did I not go over the lines that much? Like, I love it. I used like a base layer with my watercolor. And then I went back in with my pencils. That's why you can also see these strokes. That's my pencil. Like those hairs, and on him as well. I did all the pencil on top. And I like what I did with the flowers. Like multicolor. From yellow, pink, blue. Even a little bit of purple. Yeah. That was our page for September. But I also did some other pages to catch up. I did the character pages, which some people already done. Let me put my cover back. So I did these with watercolor first and then pencils on top. As you can see, I left this all white, but I only used like a little bit of a yellowish old tone on the edges of the paper. I really like the little one. I had no idea they had names, because in my color along from the pirate page, which is this one, I called the little one Charlie, I think. But his name is actually Chiro. So it's still with a C and an H. Almost correct, right? But yeah, now I know what they're called. This one is called Chiro. And then we've got Pupuri and Pipino. We've got Tom, Daisy, and Heek. Yeah, I like them. I really like them. So I made them all different. And I'm planning to make them the same throughout the book. So yeah, that's the one I did on my own to catch up. And then I did another one. This one, the 3 page, which was also a page picked previously in a different month. I think it was from May. I am not sure. It's an older one. I think it was already like 3 or 4 months ago that this one got picked. But I joined the group late, so I catched up a little bit. So yeah, again, I did watercolor for the base. And then I went on top with my pencils. As you can see over here, you can see like the watercolor that spread out a little bit over the lines and such. But I really like this little kitty. And I liked how I did the wood on the tree house. The only part that I'm not really happy with is her dress. It's too muted purple. I wanted a brighter purple, but it fits the page. Just like these ones, you know, they're a bit muted purple, just like hers. But it fits it, you know, it's a muted color palette. I'm happy. I'm happy with the result. I'm really a fan of the roof with the red. Just warms it up so nicely, and it makes it really the center of the picture. Because the greenery can be a lot, you know. That's why I wanted it dark at the front and like really light at the back. But I didn't want to add in yellow like some people did, because I wanted them to be the focus. So yeah, that's what I did in this wonderful book. So I did like a lot of pages. And for next month, we're going to do a Halloween page, or at least I'm going to start one. I'm not sure if I will finish, but that's a different story. Okay, then I colored in Desert Fox Sogoyomi Mysterious Journey coloring book by Salt, that's his illustrator name, or Unby Park. So I did 2 pictures in this book, and I started with this one because I was watching the live stream of Coloring Bumblebee, and she started this page on Livestream. So I started coloring with her, and I did like the pineapples, these ones, and these ones. That's what she did on the first live stream, so that's what I did as well, and I stopped. And then the next day I was like, oh, I want to continue, and I finished the entire thing the next day. But yeah, she was really scared of like this this bit of the picture, like as you can see over there, like how to recreate this. Like even mine doesn't look exactly the same, but it has the same vibe, you know. It's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And I really like how I did the river as well, like multiple colors in it, as you can see, like over there. I used a paint pen on top of my pencils to get the white in the river back. So yeah, I like how it came out. I really like doing this book. So that's the one I did in the halfway through the month, I think 14th of August. Yes, halfway. And then I was like, oh, I want to do one more. So then I picked this page. As you can see, mine is a little bit different because I wanted a little bit brighter colors for the green, but still keep it roughly the same. As you can see, I did almost the same, but a little bit more brighter for the greenery. And as you can see, my back is more gray than green because I thought it would blend in too much. That's why I did it. But yeah, I do like how it came out. The only thing I regret is not making this a bit more warm, like over there it has a bit more red tones. And I didn't do that because I already had that in the roof, and I thought if I do that it looks again like this, and that's what I didn't like about it. But like this, it's also a bit meh. I don't know, maybe I should have just picked a totally different wood tone for that, but that wouldn't look good with the back. So yeah. There's always something not to like, you know, but it turned out not too bad. I really like my pandas. They're so nice. Like when you color them, they're not looking like pandas. They're looking like bears, you know. They didn't make these lines for where the gray is. So that's what I had to do myself. But yeah, I like them. That's why I love this page, because of the pandas. So that's what I did in this book. Then I colored in Luna by Maria Troll. And I did 1 page all the way here. Let me see. Let me put my flag back. I did this one, and I will say it. I don't like it. I picked a color scheme that I thought would look good, but I don't like how it came out for some reason. Yes, it's really vibrant and it really pops, but still, I'm not a fan. I'm really not. I used my Guangna paint markers, like I did with all the other pages in this book as well. And I did this for the Wild Year of Color 2025 with the theme The Owl, because you can see him. There's an owl over there. So yeah, I did not like how it came out, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you that not everything that I do I also like. Sometimes I just do something. It's not like I messed up or something, but I just don't like it. I don't like the colors. But I will still use them also on this side, because I already did her eyes the same as hers. So I will do the same on that one. But yeah, it's not my favorite. But that's why you just sometimes just have to try something, you know. And if you like it, you can do it again. If you don't, then maybe not do it. Like, but I do want them in the same style, so I will still copy it on this side as well. But yeah, we will see when that will happen. Not next month at least. So that's Luna by Maria Troll. Then I've got my Matchstick Mouse, the Pumpkin Party coloring book. This is the only one that I have, and I've seen all the rank and rate videos, and I was like, oh, I want more of these. And I looked which ones I liked, and I liked a lot of them, but I still have a few that are my favorites. Like the other book that's also this square format, Merry Little Christmas, is my favorite. So that one I would really like. And I like the winter one and the springtime, I think. Those are my favorites so far. And for the other ones, I'm not sure yet. But I did this one this month, and it's a color along on my YouTube channel. It's under the Matchstick Mouse playlist. There's only one so far, but I will do more in the future. But yeah, I used my Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils for this. As you can see, it's not blended out. It's just basic coloring. Because I like the grainy texture of the paper on this. That's why I did it. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. The only friend that I'm missing is the worm, the little worm. Like the one that I did as well, it does have the worm. You see the green one? But because I colored her like this over here, I also wanted her roughly the same over here. Like, yes, it's not exactly the same, but it has almost the same colors. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I even got my, see the colors that I'm using, these ones. I've got them in the front of my book, so I know which one I used. So I can use it on all pages if I like. Because it's a storybook. So yeah, I like this book a lot. And I like the paper as well, because you don't see through it. Like in the normal Matchstick Mouse, you can see the next page. And that's what I don't like about it. So that's Matchstick Mouse. I loved it. Then I did a Frog Tale by R.J. Hampson. And I meant to make this a color along, but I forgot to film. So this is not a color along, unfortunately, but I will hopefully make one for September, but I don't know which pages yet. I was thinking about this one maybe, but I'm not sure yet. Could also be a different one, but this is the one I picked for now. And this is the one that I did in September. As you can see, I used alcohol markers. You can see that it was a bit splotchy here, but I don't mind, you know, I don't mind some texture. I really like the sky, nice and pink. Like I saw R.J. Hampson's color along, but he used watercolor, and this book can't handle watercolor. But he printed it on his own paper. But I like the colors that he used on like this part and on the river and such. But he also made highlights with his gel pen, I think. But I didn't do that because I wanted the background to be like blue, gone, you know, simple. I want to be the focus really on him and the snail. Having a lovely afternoon, like really fancy clothing, fancy picnic, you know, with wine and snacks. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. I really like this book. And I was thinking about maybe buying another frog book until I saw the flip throughs and I was like, I don't actually like these frog pages. And also his other books. I liked some pages, but not all of them. So I am not sure if I'm going to buy another one from him. I'll have to think about it, because I love this book, and maybe I do want a different frog book later on, but I can still decide that later on. For now, it's a no. So then I've got the Draglings book by Randall Spangler, number 1, because there are 2 in total as of now. He's working on the 3rd. I've got only number 1 and 2. But I'm coloring in number 1 at the moment because I want to finish this book. But I'm nowhere near finished yet. But I did this one this month. This is the only one I did from this book. And I used my Polychromos pencils, I believe. Yeah. Yes. As you can see, I just did like simple coloring. I didn't do like completely blended out. I just did like rough. And so that's why you can also really see the pencil texture everywhere. But I like that on these pages. I don't mind it that it's not blended out. It would look perfect, like really nice if you would, but I just didn't want to. I just like this for easy coloring. And usually I also use alcohol markers like I did here, you know. And I did this one with pencil. Like I did some with pencil, as you can see. But yeah, a lot of them are with alcohol markers, as you can see. So I already did a lot of them. I did 17 pages now, or 18, because there's also the intro page. So that's 17. So I've got a lot more to go. I'm not halfway yet. So if I fill these up, I'm halfway. So 4 more and I'm halfway. So that's really nice. But yeah, I'm hoping to make more progress on this book this year, because this was the first coloring book that I bought in 2023. So that's why I want to work a little bit more in it. But I can't do more than 1 or 2 a month, because that just is too much otherwise. It makes me bored. So the next one I colored in is Cat's Autumn Picnic Coloring Book by Jion Jin, which is this one. It's an autumn-based book. And I did this one for Color the Fairy Tales 2025 with the prompt sweets. So as you can see, this is the original and this is mine. Let me put it in frame. Yes, now you can see both at the same time. As you can see, I tried to copy most of the colors, but mine is still different, because I didn't really bother that much to make it exactly the same. I just wanted to have fun, and these pages are so happy and a lot of colors that it's fine, you know. As long as I enjoy them, I succeeded. I really like it, how it came out. Like this one is my favorite of the kitties. And then that one, Mrs. Perfect. Yeah, lovely. I enjoy doing these pages. I bought a few more of this artist, which you will see also in September when they arrive. Then I call it in my Green Ivy book, Nostalgia. It's a really big book and also really thick, as you can see. Really thick. The paper is also really thick. Like, look at this. Look. You can see how thick it is, almost like cardstock thick. I did 2 pages in this one. I did this one with the rain. It's called Wait and Wait. So this is the original, which is really gray and moody. And I was like, nah, we're doing happy colors. Let's go. So this is what I did. I used these colors. So if you want to make a screenshot, you can. Are they all in frame? Yes. They're all polychromos. So yeah, I started with the blue background with the yellow and blue. And I was like, oh, but I can also use like a red umbrella and maybe some green. And that would make it like a nice blend, you know, instead of going for pink again, because I always go for pink and turquoise. So I thought, let's do yellow and blue and a bit of green. That was the idea. And then the red came in later, because at first I wanted to pick pink again, but I was like, nah, we're doing a red this time. But I like how it came out. It's a lot more vibrant, and that's how I like to color these. I always change the color schemes for this one. And then this one was a color along on my channel. So this is the original. And these are the pencils that I used. Are they all? No, they're not all the polychromos. They are different brands like Chromaflow, Holbein. These are all polychromos. So yeah, those are the colors that I used. And this is how it turned out. So this one is a color along on the channel. Like I even written it down so that I know. And look at that little kitty. I love it. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is her pants, because it blends in too much with the background. And maybe her shoes should have been a darker shade as well, or white maybe. I don't know. But I do like it, but it's different, you know. I really like the turquoise greens on the leaves. So yeah, if you want to color this one, you can find it on my YouTube channel. And I might do one in 4 Seasons soon, which is also a book by Green Ivy, because somebody asked me if I had that book and if I wanted to do a color along in that one. So yes, I do have the book, and yes, I will make a color along, but I'm not sure when. I hope this month, but it could also be November, because I got a lot of plans for September and October. So that's just so that you are aware that I will make it, but I don't know when. So the next book that I colored in is A Fairy Tale Journey with Little Friends in the Forest by Sajuri Kobayashi. And I did this double page spread. for again Color the Fairy Tales sweets. I did not write it down. Oh, I should do that before I put it away. So I did the Hansel and Gretel page over here. And I was like, yeah, let's go for all the colors in the rainbow again, because that's what I like to do when I color food, because I don't like to color food. But yeah, I like this because of the little characters. So yeah, I did that one and this one. At first I thought maybe I will only do this side, but then I was like, no, I also want to do the other one and color them at the same time. So that's exactly what I did. At first I had her like the orangey tone. I was like, because I saw somebody with a similar kind of color scheme that had more orangey yellow on the back. And I was like, oh, I like that. So I tried to use some of the colors in here, the ones that I liked. And then I was like, but I already colored her on a different page. I colored her in this one. And there's when she has this color, and he is that color. And the squirrel is that color, and that one as well. Like, so I was like, oh, let's reset and let's do that here as well. So I used the same colors on them as I did on the other page, because I forgot that I did that already. But it looks perfectly fine. I love it. I actually like it better like this, without the orange tone on it. But yeah, that was Color the Fairy Tales from Geordie Colors, I think. Yeah, so that's that book. So I did 3 books in total for Color the Fairy Tales. No, 4. A lot. Let's just say a lot, because I lost count. Then I colored in Cat's General Store and The Magic Key by Moko. And yeah, see, again, sweets. I did a lot of pages for Color the Fairy Tales, because I don't like coloring food. So this was my month to do everything I don't like with happy colors. This is also a color along on my channel. So you can find that in the playlist of the Tokumeki series. Or did I call it Cat's General Store? I think I called it Cat's General Store. So it has a separate playlist. This is the first one that I did for that. So I did both pages. Did this one and that one. Yeah, I like how it came out. Even though I used quite a bit of color, it's still cohesive and not too busy. So yeah, I really like this. So if you want to color this the same way, you can find it for a color along. So that's that one. I think I used all kind of pencils on that one. Not just one brand. I used all kind of brands on this one. I don't remember which ones exactly. But you can find that in the color along if you would like to know. Then I did another color along, I believe, in this one. in Friendly Squirrels and the Residents of Antique Town by Mona. And it's also Color the Fairy Tales. But this time I used upon baking. So I did this one. And this one. So I used watercolor as a base. Nee, spook. That's my cat who's meowing. She wants to jump up. Not yet. Nee, spook. Her name is Spooky. She's a black cat. She's really cute. But she cannot be here just yet. I'm almost done. It's the last book. So this is also a color along on the channel. And I had a part 1 in which I did all the watercolor. So that was the base layer. And then in the second part I did the colored pencils on top. But I did it in parts. So I first did like everything I didn't color in part 1. And then you could decide to stop. And then I went further in to color like everything else with shading and more texture and but the second part doesn't have any sound because the upload got messed up by YouTube and I couldn't find my original file and blah 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 blah. So it's soundless. The whole second part is just complete silence. You can see everything on screen, so you could color along, but just notice that it's silent, the second part. The first one is not. The first one has sound, luckily. But yeah, that's what this one is. Just to show you how you could do a busy page like this in an easier way that might not be so overwhelming. And that was my last book for this month, I believe. Let me see. Then I got one more book to add on, because I forgot this one as well. This is the only whip that I've got from August, and I'm working on that page. This book is called Ausmalreizen de verwunschene Wald, or in English, Coloring Journey, The Enchanted Forest by Crystal Vogels. And I'm coloring this page, not that one. I'm focusing only on this one. And as you can see, it's going to be a color along because I made my palette. So this is how far I've gotten so far. This will be part 1. And then with part 2, I hope to make it complete. So yeah, that's my whip. So I will keep working on this and you will see it show up somewhere in September. So yeah, that was really it. Back to the video. Yeah, I've done a lot of pages this month. Yeah, Friendly Squirrels, Cat, Fairy Journey. Yes, I think that's it. Because I also wanted to do a mythographer, but I did not do that. I had 2 more books from the Tokumiko series that I picked out, which I also didn't do. But as you can see, I colored multiple pages in some books this month. I did a lot in my mystery book. So that's how I keep track of it. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all my colored pages. And no, I will not be counting them. You can see by the stack that I pulled out that there are a lot of them. Let's just keep it at that because I don't like to make it into how many did I color. You know, I did that once and I don't want it to look like everybody could do this, you know, because some people only color like 1 page a month or 2 and others color 60 pages. Like mine is probably in the range of 30 to 40 this month. But yeah, that's not what matters. It matters that you have fun. That's all I wanted to say about that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all my colored pages for the month of August. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.